Okay, yellow group. This is what I think your chord progression should be. Because you have C and E here, your C and E, that is a good indication of a C major chord. So there's your home base chord. So I'm going to build this right here for you. And then we're going to skip the second beat and go on to this beat here. Again, you have you have an E and a G, which that's another C major chord. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. So you might want to write this down in your notes. C, you have a C chord, another C chord, and then here, F and A, that is an indication of an F chord. So you have F, A, and I'll put the C down here. And then finally you have E and G again, so that is another C chord. All right? So these are your notes. So you have C, E, and G, C, E, and G, F, A, and C, E, and G. Let's hear what that sounds like. Listen. Actually, I don't think I had your chords on. Let me try that again. All right, here it goes. All right. Actually, it's not too bad. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to show you how to build your next line using these chords. Okay? Now, mind you, only use 2 chords. You didn't use a G chord, which we could change later on. It's just a matter of changing, like, maybe this to maybe this one, change the bottom note. If I can grab the bottom note. This note, change it to a D. Okay, you don't have to do that, but if you're wanting to use all 3 chords, you're going to need to do something like that. Do it here or do it here. It doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to build something based on these chords. You're going to use these notes to help build something. Let's start with the bass line. So it's written, I'm doing it in bass clef, so just bear with me. In bass clef, this is your C. I'm just going to use 4 tas for now, but I could change this to a bump bump T. I could do it bump bump T here. I could do it bump bump T here. It would actually match the rhythm that you have, or you can just keep it steady, but just kind of make it bounce around. So you have C, E, and G. So we could just do something like C, E, G, E, or something like that. All right, and then here we can build a bass line. Since we have E here, why not just go ahead and move it to F, and then there's an A, so maybe put an A, and then maybe make that a G since it's right next door, and maybe leave the rest. Why not? All right, so let's hear what that sounds like. How about we listen to it without the chords? Let's take out, so sorry, let's bring that back up. Let's take out the chords. You know what? I'm just going to mute them. There we go. I'm going to mute the chords. You can still see them, but you won't hear them. Alright, so that actually sounds fine. And if you're wondering, this is C, E, G, E, F, A, C. So if you notice, everything lines up. We have a C chord here, C, this chord C, yep, F here, and a C chord here. All right, now to come up with a melody, how about, rather than starting on B, how about let's start on G. We started on E and C here, we started on C here, why not do a G here? And let's do something interesting like T, 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 ta, make that a ta, T, T, ta, and then maybe T, T, ta, T, T, ta, there we go, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe make it, why not C, 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 we're missing that note, T, T, ta, and then another C, we'll make that a ta, and then Since we're already on C, let's just keep it there. Okay, so let's take a look at that one. Let's hear what that one sounds like by itself. This is your melody line. Oh, let's try that again. We can do better than that. Adjust the volume just a little bit. Okay, and let's solo the melody. Listen. Okay. It's okay. I think you guys can come up with something a little bit more creative than what I came up with. Let's hear it, what it sounds like all together, without the chords. All right, here we go. And you may think initially that it sounds great, but the only thing is it's a little bland. We don't have any like flavor to it. What you might want to consider is maybe making one of these like an A, like doing G, A, G, or maybe even G, F, G. Get some other notes in there besides the chords, but don't do them necessarily on the first beat or the third beat. Do it on the in-between beats. Put something that's not in the chord, like a D or an F or a B. And same here. Put a D, F, or B there. In here, stay away from the F and the C. Make something different. Put, a D, a C, a G in there. And then here, you might want to keep the rest, but maybe you want to add, maybe here, add something else. So those are just some ideas to toss around.